Hi, gang. Sheila, True Love, back with you. All dressed. I put on something a little more cozy. I was in my work clothes when I made the previous videos. I was just so anxious to get here and record a video after speaking with the person on the phone who was really freaking out and distraught. She was hurting and I couldn't think of anything except for the moment I walk in that door. Fed my cat. um, Put the bag down, jumped on here, to come up with some ideas on how to help um, my subby to try to heal. I know she's watching this right now, and you see all the hearts behind me? That's my love going out to you. You see? What I want to talk about at this point, this is a woman. Um, this is about a man who knowingly infected this female, this lady. Actually, she's like at least 55. She may be 50, 53, and how this person purposely infected her with the HIV virus. So you have to be very careful. Let's listen up.
Started dating Philippe, I was head over heels. He was very charming. He made me feel like the only woman on the face of the earth.
4 years into their relationship, Diane says Philippe began pulling away from her. She began to suspect him of cheating.
He always had an excuse. I have to do this. I have to do this.
Although Philippe insisted he was being faithful, Diane's gut told her differently.
Because I was paying.
Again, red flag, her gut. That's why it's important for you to follow your intuition. That's the same thing as your gut. Something told this woman something's just not right. I remember when my intuition kicked in my stomach. Something happened to my stomach. I kept getting like these sick feeling in my stomach,
For his cell phone. I checked his voicemail messages. There were not one but two voicemail messages from two different women. And I knew.
So Diane was certain that Philippe was cheating, so she broke it off. A few days later, she went to see her gynecologist for a routine exam. Watch this.
She called me a few days later and said, I really hate to tell you this, but your pap smear came back a little funny. She told me that I had some precancerous cells and it was due to an STD.
What happened next would turn the lives of countless women upside down.
I got a test. 2 days later, my OBGYN called me and said, "You're HIV positive." My heart went to the floor. My knees buckled.
Diane went back through Philippe's cell phone records and discovered he had been very busy.
He was dating 9 other women at the same time.
Can you imagine? He was dating 9 other women. Is there no wonder why this man is infected with the virus? When you're sleeping around with every Sally, Sue, Becky, probably Harry and Tom. You never know.
Philippe's medical records confirmed he knew he was HIV positive while having sex with countless unknowing women. Police charged him with 6 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The weapon, his bodily fluid. 10 women, all now HIV positive, were willing to testify against Philippe in open court.
This is him.
Well, one of those courageous women was Diane Reeve. She wrote a book about her ex-lover's epic betrayal.
Hold up, guys. I got to get the picture back for you.
Him with 6 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly...
I want you to see the picture of this character. Okay, can you see? This is him. Let's press that button.
Weapon. The weapon, his bodily fluid. 10 women, all now HIV positive, were willing to testify against Philippe in open court. Well, one of those courageous women was Diane Reeve. She wrote a book about her ex-lover's epic betrayal.
We were in the courtroom. The judge read the jury's determination. And as they said guilty each time, my heart got a little bit lighter and a little bit lighter and a little bit lighter until at the end, when they gave the guilty verdict for the 6th victim, I knew that we had won. When we all filed charges, none of us used our real names. We were allowed to use fake names because of the stigma associated with HIV. I decided to come out on national television that I had HIV because I thought it was important to let people know that it can't happen to anybody, that you don't have to be a gay male, you don't have to be a drug user, and you don't even have to be promiscuous. My life mission has always been about how can I leave the world a better place. I have entered into a campaign to help educate specific.
What do you think about that, guys and gals? You see how it's a sick, twisted world? Now, would you call that character Philippe, whatever? Would you call him a narcissist? Full blown. He knew that he was infected. He infected 10 women. This is why I'm saying you have got to be careful. You have so many people, especially in New York, especially here in Albany, where I live, New York. It's like an epidemic. You know, because back in the day, my son and my daughter used to work with Planned Parenthood, and they said the epidemic of the virus up here and gonorrhea and syphilis is making a comeback. You have got to be careful. And you have so many people out here who know. They know they're infected. They know it. But they figure, you know what? Somebody infected me and they didn't give a damn. You know what? So I'm going to sit up there and I'm going to do it right back to them. And I don't give a damn. That's why it's so important. We have other stories here of let me see, this Payson man threatens to infect people with HIV.
Extortion. Sounds like something out of a movie, but it's what happened to 3 families in Mesa who coughed up cash under the threat of getting the AIDS virus. John Wilcox accused of sending letters demanding $2,000 or he would inject them with HIV using a dart gun. He even had the names and addresses of their loved ones. The elaborate plot included instructions to hidden walkie-talkies and a drone which swooped in to pick up the cash. Undercover investigators tracked him down at one of those drop sites. We just spoke with some very scared victims tonight who tell us they don't know Wilcox or any of the victims, and they have no clue why they were targeted. Wilcox lawyered up when he was arrested.
Is this sick or what? Okay.
Asked anyone to agree with what I'm doing, not even my own family. God knows what's in my heart, and God knows that I've forgiven Randy. God knows that
Let me see.
the past GC story is going to be 2 years in March. You know, people criticizing me because I share the picture of Randy. People saying that I don't take responsibility, that it is my fault. I don't know if those people can't read or what the problem is, but I don't know where they're missing the fact that I have taken responsibility, that I have said my only mistake was trusting him, not making him get tested before having unprotected sex with him. So I don't know what's missing. Either way, yes, I'm always going to say it's his fault because he knowingly infected me. I mean, this is the thing, right? It wasn't just a one-night stand. It wasn't just I had sex with him and we didn't even discuss sexual transmitted diseases. Before we ever had sex, even with a condom, verbatim, I asked him, when was the last time you got tested? Do you have HIV? Don't ask me why I asked that, but I did. And he bold-faced lied and said he had gotten tested in November 2011 and he was clean.
I don't understand that about women. You sat here and you asked him, when's the last time you've been tested and are you clean? Are you positive? What do you think he's going to say? Where's the paperwork up in here? I have nothing but paperwork, honey. Like I said, every 4 to 6 months, I was being tested. Believe that. I got tested for every STD you could possibly think of. I told you my doctors got sick of seeing me.
Of course, I know where I went wrong, but I'm not going to keep beating myself up over it. You know, no one's going to try and shame me for it. He still knowingly and purposely infected me. It doesn't matter that I trusted him. He still should have disclosed his HIV positive status. And I think what many of those people that try to make me feel bad about it are failing to realize is that he didn't only do it to me. He's done it to his ex-wife, and he's still out there doing it, probably as I'm making this video. So,
is that ridiculous? Is that sad? He's out there purposely infecting people. You know, having HIV, some people say, well, look at Magic Johnson. It's not so bad. All you got to do is take pills. Honey, do you know what those pills do? It causes virus. I know people who have the virus and who had AIDS. But even just the virus, HIV, it's no walk in the park. When you look at the way the medication makes these people sick, sometimes they can't hold down their food. They can't hold their bowels. They come up with all this. Some of them have a bad reaction to whatever medication that they are prescribed. This is not no joke. It's ridiculous. They got so many of them here. This is another one. A man charged
5 pages of court evidence
with
and I can tell
willfully
you, the text messages
spreading
that the man is
HIV.
accused of sending after his encounters are shocking.
These are pictures of Thomas Guerra, also known as Aston Chavez, a landscape architect now being charged by the San Diego City Attorney's Office for willfully exposing himself to another person with HIV.
I honestly feel like I'm living some crazy Lifetime movie.
We're protecting this accuser's identity, but clearly he is upset. Not only that he's now HIV positive, but that someone he says he loved and trusted would do this to him and to others. He says the day he learned about Guerra's crime, he was hours away from proposing.
I don't even know who I was living with. I don't know who I had fallen in love with.
In this lengthy crime report, there are dozens of text messages and emails which appear to show that Guerra tells his potential victims that he is HIV negative when they ask. He has sex with them and then brags to his friends via text messages that he just infected someone else.
I know of 24 individuals.
I mean, are you serious?
Impacted by this. I'm hearing that there could be hundreds.
Additionally, Guerra claims he is the grandnephew of civil rights leader Cesar Chavez.
It's a detriment to what Cesar Chavez stood for, which is about fighting for the rights of others and uplifting people.
This accuser just wants to warn others.
Yes, there's many people that are being hurt and potentially could still be hurt that it needs to stop.
Now tonight we reached out to talk with...
This is ridiculous. Now you see how this character knew that he was infected with the virus. He possibly infected 24 people. And then after he slept with someone, he would get on there and text message to his peeps, guess what? I just infected another one. Another one is going to join our team. And you're going to tell me that these are not narcissists? I mean, not that you're saying that, but, you know, narcissists don't get any more extreme than this. Because you're dealing with people's life. So let's look more. This is ridiculous. Man didn't tell partners.
But never told his HIV.
Hold up.
That he is HIV positive. One woman who knows the circumstances all too well is now telling her story only to the I-Team's Hagit Lamore.
Me and the babies here. Mwah.
Alex Uline can't afford to break down.
You want some too?
There's too much at stake.
Ooh, good boy.
Like teaching 2-year-old Maya the ABC song.
TV.
Or trying to keep up with 1-year-old AJ. There are 2 children with Andre Davis, a man who looked far different as a wrestler who called himself Andre Hart. He stole her heart when she was just 20. Within a year, he got an offer from the WWE, an offer then withdrawn because his physical showed Davis was HIV positive.
And he told me right away, and at that time I was pregnant, you know. It was just very, very shocking and just, you know, I don't know what to think at that time. very hard.
But it was yet to come. Court records spell out the sad details. 12 women who claimed after his diagnosis, Davis had sex with them, but never told his HIV status. SL, KC, SG, MS, a veritable alphabet soup of women fearing they're infected too.
I was shocked. I mean, I didn't know what to believe.
It's a magnitude prosecutors say is unparalleled in this region. They charged Davis with 15 counts of felonious assault. When he goes on trial this week, he's looking at up to 120 years in prison if convicted.
What has he said about these charges?
I mean, he doesn't deny them. I mean, he's not saying that that he didn't. I feel like he knows what he was doing now, and he knows that it was wrong, and he's very, very sorry. I know that for a fact, but it doesn't change that what he did.
You can feel the conflict rolling off this young mom.
The only thing that man is sorry for, or that piece of manure is sorry for, is that he got caught. You hear how many people he knew ahead of time. He knew. And he purposely, this woman is 20 years old. I mean, she has her whole life ahead of her, and she has a child. This is just sick. It's totally sick. See what's this character's story.
He's a former wrestler to 32 years in prison for failing to tell multiple sexual partners he was HIV positive. 9 News reporter Shannon Kettler was in the courtroom. She joins us now from the newsroom with reaction. Shannon?
Tanya, Andre Davis was facing a total of 112.
Oh, that's the one we just heard. Okay. This is craziness. This is right here. And it's a wonderful thing that God is putting this out there on the internet so people can be aware. Okay? This is some character.
County, Florida man facing charges after authorities say he failed to tell 2 of his sexual partners he's HIV positive. News 5's Bryant Clerkley joins us now live outside of the sheriff's office to tell us how the women found out about his condition. Bryant?
Well, Roseanne, both those women are HIV positive, and the suspect, Rashim Bodiford, now faces 2 felony counts. Now, the arrest report says the investigation began in June of 2017 when a woman told deputies she was HIV positive. Authorities say when the woman filed a report and said Bodiford was her last partner, the woman told deputies she heard from several people Bodiford was HIV positive, but he never told her. Now, the woman told deputies she once saw Bodiford with HIV medicine, but he told her it belonged to his uncle. Now, in a second interview, the woman gave authorities names of other partners Bodiford had. Now, the sheriff's office made contact with a second woman who said she was in a relationship with Bodiford and had unprotected sex. Now, the woman told the deputy Bodiford did not warn her he was HIV positive. Now, the report also mentions interviews with Bodiford and his mother. Now, deputies say Bodiford admitted to being HIV positive, and his mother said he's known since 2012. Live in Pensacola, I'm Bryant Clerkley for News 5.
No, this is ridiculous. Now, he's known this since 2012, and he's going around here infecting people, don't give a damn. I mean, how do these people sleep at night? I don't have a clue. This is something I found interesting with this girl.
Fine, motherfucker. Doesn't mean I'm healthy. I have something that'll go in there and tear your immune system down faster than it was created. So, I'm gonna tell you guys, these are the list of the dudes that are still living. Andre Watson. You remember you offered me $300 to have sex with me in the back of your car. Which I did because I needed the money. But you have AIDS. Dominique Dawson. Pretty gay for a dude to have a name called Dominique. But he probably already had it, so he probably just reinfected me. Tony Miller. Tony Miller didn't even care. He didn't even ask me when was the last time I was checked. Nor did he care to know what my status was. He said, oh, no, as fine as you are, I know you ain't got nothing. He didn't even ask about a condom or anything. Nothing. David Beckham, he sounds like a fucking celebrity, but he's really just a small-time dope dealer in the city of Detroit that has sex with multiple women, including ones with AIDS. Bet you wish you didn't make it rain that night in the club, now do you, nigga?
There's so much more to her. This is sick. She's like, just because you see that I'm fine, that don't mean that I'm not infected, you stupid fools. You have to see this other female. She's hot. She's totally hot, and you know she's purposely infecting these men out here. She's doing it on purpose. And it's like, oh, here she is. Here she is. She's hot. She's hot.
From a man that she had met at a party. She explained how she went out. A 19-year-old woman is deliberately.
Hold up. Wait. Oh, come on, guys. Work with me. But I just want you to be aware. Okay, I got to put my eye drops in.
Infecting men with HIV. Hi everyone, I'm Sandra Matos, and I've got this scary story here for you on IO. The girl whose identity has remained anonymous is from Nakuru, Kenya, and she has confessed to infecting 324 men with HIV so far. Oh yeah, she's not done yet. As a matter of fact, she's given herself the goal of infecting up to 2,000 men. All this was posted in her confession on the Kenya Scandals Facebook page. Not to get off topic here, but a Kenya Scandals Facebook page? Really? On the Facebook post, she revealed how she contracted HIV from a man that she had met at a party. She explained how she went out partying with some of her senior student friends, and after the club, they headed over to a hotel party. Well, it must have been some party because the next day she woke up beside a strange man. The man's name is Javan. She had asked him if they did indeed have sex, and he said yes. When she asked him if they used protection, he also said yes. But when in the shower, she had discovered that there was semen near her private area. She wrote how she wanted to commit suicide or feared that she may be pregnant or worse, have contracted the HIV virus. Soon after, she got tested and she was indeed HIV positive. She says, my future is ruined now and somehow someone has to pay for it. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Question though, what if it wasn't even this guy? If she's being sexually active, is it not possible that maybe she contracted it from another partner? Kenya is home to one of the world's harshest HIV and AIDS epidemics. An estimated 1.6 million people are living with HIV. For more information on the story, make sure to check the link in the description.
But do you see how attractive this woman is? They say she's in Kenya. But let's talk about all the women who are right here in New York City. All the women who are in California. All the women, they're everywhere. And it's ridiculous because they're doing it on purpose. You know, somebody infected me. They didn't care about taking my life away from me. Hey, what the hell? That's a rotten thing to do to a person. It really is. This is a man.
Authorities recently discovered that Michael Johnson, a former student and athlete.
Hold on. Okay, come on back with me. And that's what these women get. They want all these athletes. The moment they make a little money, they're piling right on top of it. Okay, here you go.
Athlete at St. Charles, Missouri's Lindenwood University and an HIV carrier partner. Johnson was charged in October and November of 2013 with exposing 5 men to HIV, but in light of this discovery, police believe there could be many more victims. All of the recordings appear to have been made on the Lindenwood campus, and many of them in a dorm room. Investigators are working with the college to identify the individuals on the 32 tapes. It's believed that they were unaware that Johnson was recording them, as well as that he was infected with the virus. He's already behind bars, facing several felony charges, and if it's proven he knowingly spread the disease, he could be sentenced to life in prison. For now, students at the university are just thankful he's no longer in a dorm room. Investigators are working with the college to identify.
That's a beautiful thing. That they have this person locked up. Whoa, what is this? A girl She infects 586 men, it says,
New goal
with
is to infect at least
HIV.
2,000 men as part of what she believes. I know I have nothing left to do on earth but wait for my death. Surprisingly, she keeps a list of how many men she has slept with so far and rewarded with HIV. God dang. According to her, she already infected over 586 men and wanted to finish 2016 with the 2,000 mark. She also pointed out that pregnant...
Is that insane? Okay, guys, I think I've shown more than enough of this. So you know that there are a lot of narcissists out there, so you have to be careful and you have to protect yourself. And the best bet, like I would say, normally you would say when you get married, like the Bible says, but you're not even safe with that. You know, you have to find yourself someone who takes God seriously and Jesus Christ seriously, and somebody who have morals. And really, once upon a time, you could say get married. Hey, I'm safe. Yeah, right. Really? Anyway, Sheila True Love, be careful out there. You always have a choice. Choose wisely.